But there are actually some really important signals about how the commercialization of PAPZIMEOS is progressing. First, the company reported that more PAPZIMEOS patient hub enrollment had surpassed 200 registered patients, doubling since November, and reflecting significant demand at both major medical centers and community practices. And this is really significant data because it demonstrates that doctors are prescribing PAPZIMEOS and that patients are actually using the treatment. It indicates early adoption and early commercialization of the treatment too. And it suggests that awareness of the therapy is spreading, that physicians are actively identifying patients that can use the treatment, and that the commercial rollout is successful. We can also see here that insurance coverage is expanding rapidly. Precigen reported that private health plan coverage is now at approximately 170 million US lives, and PAPZIMEOS is also covered under Medicare and Medicaid. This means that private healthcare plans now cover around 170 million lives in the United States. And this is significant because payer coverage is one of the biggest barriers to drug adoption. Even if a drug is approved by the US Food and Drug Administration, doctors often won't prescribe it simply because they want assurance that it will be covered by insurance companies. With PAPZIMEOS roughly at $460,000 for a full course of treatment, payer coverage is absolutely critical, and without it, even some of the most effective treatments struggle to generate revenue. And so with PAPZIMEOS covered by private health plans for 170 million lives, it serves as a promising indication that the treatment is now positioned for broader adoption across the US healthcare system. Another important point is that PAPZIMEOS commercialization is well underway, and PAPZIMEOS is being prescribed nationwide with patients actively receiving the treatment. This tells us that the commercial infrastructure has been set up. It means the treatment can be shipped, it's being prescribed by doctors, and patients are using the therapy too. And this is exactly what investors will want to see confirmed in upcoming earning reports. And the other development worth watching is also the European expansion strategy too. The European Medicines Agency has validated the marketing authorization application for PAPZIMEOS for the treatment of adults with RRP, which is the first step toward potential approval in Europe. And this is significant simply because it opens up the treatment beyond the US border into Europe as well, which significantly increases the total addressable market for the treatment too. So while the market right now may feel uncertain and certain investors are feeling a little bit nervous or anxious because they've seen the decline and there's no news posted by Precigen, we have a number of indications that suggest the rollout of Precigen is moving forward. From a commercial standpoint, they have a proven product that works, they have first mover advantage, they have no competition, and they have an opportunity now to really accelerate the adoption of this treatment into the US, with view of also moving into Europe within the next year or so too. And so the real proof will be through the revenue results that we see once Precigen posts their Q4 results, which should be expected sometime next week. And with that, if the revenue results are positive, which I expect them to be, we should see a spike in the share price next week too. You know, Precigen have announced that they're confident that this was indicated with the credit facility that they took rather than a dilution. And if we see positive revenue results posted for Q4 or even into Q1 2026, you know, that will mark the transition of this company, of Precigen, and of this stock. And that's when the next phase or the next chapter of Precigen will start. Ultimately, the next major driver for the stock will likely come down to proof that PAPZIMEOS is generating meaningful revenue. If we do see an increase in sales revenue coming through in the earnings report that we should expect next week, this would be hugely significant simply because it marks the beginning of proof, if you like, of the commercial validation of PAPZIMEOS. And on top of that, looking at the market expansion opportunity in Europe, which would really help drive the growth of this company and the share price too, which is why we can see analysts with price projections of this stock of around $8.50. And so naturally, I'll keep you updated with Precigen as and when there is news or as and when I see that there's opportunity with this stock. And I'll continue to track the other stocks that I talk about on this channel. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.